2, 1.
Here we go!
We are so glad you are here, and welcome to those who are watching at home. We are live from Northgate Church. This is really exciting. The technology is working, I believe, which is really exciting. Woo! Yeah, so a huge welcome to everyone in the room and at home. If you're in the room, adults who are wearing masks, that's great, thank you. Toilets are out that way to my left, just outside and across the little path that's out there. So we are going to be here for an hour. We're going to have loads of fun. There's games, there's challenges, worship, a story. So we are so excited. And this is the last one before summer, which is a bit sad, but we are still going to have loads of fun today. So some of you, as you've been waiting for us to start, might have been doing a quiz about animals, and you can see a picture of their eye, and you've got to guess the animal. So just in case some of you have done that and you're really keen to find out the answers, I will just announce those. So, animal A, a rhinoceros. Animal B, a tiger. Animal C, a lion. I can hear some yeses in the room. Animal D, a jaguar. Animal E, a giraffe. Animal F, a grey squirrel. I will give you a point if you just put squirrel, that's okay. Animal G is an elephant. H is a grey seal. That was probably one of the hardest ones. Right, I is a giant tortoise. And J is a rabbit. So, I think there was 10, isn't there? So who got 5 out of 10? Hands up. 6? 7? The Gray's hand still up, and the Lindsay's, is that? 7? 8? Is that just the Grays that got 8? Did you get 9? You got 10. You got all 10. Well done. You guys, do you want to come and get a prize off the prize table? And well done. Great. So as we start every week, we are going to have a Wacky Wigs workout. Going to invite Rebecca up. And everyone on your feet, doing a new song today. We're making it up as we go along, but it's going to be fun.
This is something new, the Caesper Style Part 2, featuring the Platinum Band, and this time, we're gonna get funky. Funky. Everybody clap your hands, clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. Alright now, we're gonna do the basic step. To the left, take it right now, y'all. Wanna help this time, right foot, let's stop. Left foot, let's stop. Cha-cha, real smooth. Turn it out. To the left. Think about now, y'all. Wanna help this time. Right foot, let's stop. Left foot, let's stop. Cha-cha, now, y'all. Now it's time to get funky. To the right now. To the left. Think about now, y'all. Wanna help this time. Wanna help this time. Right foot to stops, left foot to stops. Slide to the left, slide to the right. Crisscross, crisscross. Cha-cha, real smooth. Let's go to work. To the left, take it by now, y'all. Too hot this time, too hot this time. Right foot to stops, left foot to stop. Hands on the knees, hands on the knees. Get funky with it. Oh, yeah. Come on. let's stop. Freeze! Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all. Check it out, y'all. How low can you go? Can you go down low? All the way to the floor? How low can you go? Can you bring it to the top? Like you never stop? Can you bring it to the top? One hop. Right foot now. Left foot now, y'all. Cha-cha, real smooth. Turn it out. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. One hop this time. Reverse. Reverse. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Reverse. Reverse. Cha-cha now, y'all. Cha-cha again. Cha-cha now, y'all. Cha-cha again. Turn it out. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. Two hops, two hops. Two hops, two hops. Right foot, let's stop. Left foot, let's stop. Charlie Brown. Hop it up now. Slide to the right. Slide to the left. Take it back now, y'all. Cha-cha now, y'all. Oh, yeah. Yeah. To that stop. Oh, yeah. I'm Mario Creed.
There we go. Thanks for joining in. That's loads of fun. So we are going to have our first game, which is going to be led by Glenn. So over to Glenn.
Excellent. Right, you can all hear me. Fantastic. This requires everyone to participate, so there's no excuses, Mr. Gray. Right. Everyone, please get your fig rolls and your chopsticks out. So I know some of you are thinking, chopsticks, how on earth am I? I've never used these before, but that's okay. We are going to be creative with how we do that. Now, what we need is one person to be lying flat on the ground. They will be the unstable table, if you like. The object of this is to use the chopsticks to grab the fig rolls and stack them on said unstable table. Now, I'm going to give you a demonstration of how you can use the chopsticks. Now, I'm fairly proficient, so I can put the microphone down. I've got a big enough voice that you probably can hear me. So you can either grab them like you would normally with chopsticks, pick them up, and sit them down. Now, I know many of you are thinking, how on earth can I do that? It also works. You can stab them and pick them up like that. And then you can use the other chopstick, put them on the person. So, the only rules are you cannot use your fingers, your mouth, or any part of your body to place fig roll on the person. Am I making sense? I know I'm speaking Australian. I'm hopefully getting enough of the dialect in this country to be understood. How long have they got? 3 minutes. Are we all clear? You have to stack them as high as you can. 3 minutes to do it. Do we want to say it on the forehead? I think they're going for belly. I tell you what, we can be flexible with the rules, where you place these fig rolls. So I'm going to say, on the count of 3, and I would also like to see, for those who are more than one person, sharing out the applying of the fig roll, so it's not just one person. Okay? I'll be adjudicating, so I'll be checking for any cheating. No starting yet. Jonah, your dad's a bad influence. Right. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Go. So I think the Mulhollands are at 4. Oh, the Guthries are back at the beginning on 1. There's 4 here with the Ks. 5 down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's sort of 5 over there. It's pretty good. I definitely have to say, this one here, that's definite winner. Because I was said you can't use your fingers, so they all in the chopsticks, so well done. Excellent job. So you guys can go and get a prize from that table. Go for it. And you can eat the fig rolls if you want to now.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. It's come to that time for worship. So, if you can pop your bits away, the fig rolls out of the way, and move your stuff to the side, and can everyone stand up? Fabulous. So we're going to do our first song now, and our first song is "With You." So I think we've done it another week. I can't remember, but the actions will be on the screen, and I'll also be trying to do them. But so feel free to follow along, and also if you're at home, feel free to stand up and get involved as much as possible. We really want to use this opportunity to worship God with our bodies, because we can't do it with our voices just yet. Very soon, but just yet we can't do it. So let's worship him as much as we can with our bodies. So please do get involved.
You spoke a word and brought the world to light. Your voice still echoes through the darkest night. I could try my best to count the stars,
Amazing. Okay, so it's the time of the week that comes around every time, and that is the Leaders versus Parents Challenge. Now, I wasn't here last time, but looking at this board, parents still aren't doing very well because the leaders have won all 3 challenges. So not to embarrass the parents too much, today's challenge is going to be worth 5 stars. 5 whole stars. So there's a chance that the parents can still win. And because it's our last Families Connect, it has to be a messy game. So I've already got my leader lined up. We've got Glenn is the leader for today. And the game is rock, paper, scissors, but with a twist. Now, who is going to be my parent volunteer today? Soph is going to do it. Okay, that's very brave of Soph. Okay, so it'll become Glenn and Sophie. Okay, so as I said, it is messy. So you can wear a Vineyard Kids t-shirt. You can put another one on if you want, Glenn. And you can put a bin bag on. I've put arms and a head into it, so feel free to wear one of them. Doesn't matter which way round you put them on. So, as I said, it's rock, paper, scissors, but with a twist. So, hopefully they know how to play rock, paper, scissors. There'll be one of you on each side of the table, and I don't know how many rounds we'll have. We'll see how long it takes. But whoever loses each round has to dip their face into what is under these plates. So, the first time you lose, you dip your face in custard. The second time you lose, you dip your face in cold baked beans. The third time you lose, you dip your face in flour. Hopefully that'll stick nicely. Just in case it doesn't, the fourth thing you stick your face in is jam. And just to finish it off, there's some feathers at the end. So, hope you're all ready for this. So, yeah, if one of you gets on each side of the table, there's some bin bags. Yeah, take your masks off, because, yeah, you're going to get messy, I'm afraid. Okay, so you can put a kid's top on top of that if you want. It can be washed, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to say rock, paper, scissors, and then you do it. Okay, rock, paper, scissors. Okay, Sophie's going in. Ah, well done, Sophie. So, ready for again? Rock. Well, it depends where you get to. You can start there. You stay there. Okay, rock, paper, scissors. Or rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Sophie, I'm afraid it's into the baked beans. On top of the custard. There we go. Okay. Another. Rock, paper, scissors. Do you want to? You can shout it between you. Okay. Rock. Oh, that is looking lovely. Okay. When you're ready again. Rock, paper, scissors. Oh. Oh, some lovely jam. So, okay. Rock, paper, scissors. Yay! Is it fair that Glenn got off without anything? He ate that one. Okay, he's just going to go for it. Well done, Glenn. Big cheer for Glenn, everyone. Woo! Great job. Okay, I will get some kitchen roll and let you tidy yourselves up. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Okay, we are now going to have our story, which is Gareth is going to do for us today. So, while we just get cleaned up, I'll invite Gareth up, and yeah.
That's great, thank you. I've got my note here because I know I'm going to forget the first things I'm supposed to say. So we're continuing our Incredible Me theme, and this week it's about I'm a child of God. And I've written down in red pen, remember to tell everyone that they can have the snack and the drink now. Okay, so go for it, everyone. My name is Gareth, if you don't know me. And just whilst you're doing that, I'm going to introduce you to our first game, and it's called Odd One Out. So we're going to have, I think, 3 things that are going to come up on the screen now about our possible odd one outs. There we go. So, whilst you're just getting your snacks and everything ready, what I want you to do in your family little areas is decide which one you think the odd one out is. And what I'll do in a moment is I'll go 3, 2, 1, and then we'll all shout together whatever you think the odd one out is. So you've got to decide, are potatoes the odd one out? Is it raisins? Or is it bananas? Okay? Let me give you 30 seconds. You just have a think. Which one do you think's the odd one out? Okay, now let's see if we can. I think we're going to do this really well. So I'm going to go 3, 2, 1. As loud as you can, everyone has just got to shout out which one is the odd one out. So you might go, bananas. Okay? Let's have a go. 3, 2, 1. Potatoes? Why are potatoes the odd one out? Oh, very good. What about, did someone say raisins? Raisins are great. The only one that's great. And what about, did anyone think bananas? Anyone for bananas? I was thinking for bananas, you don't eat the skin. I was just going for bananas. Okay, good one. Well, the next one, if that's okay. So, I'm going to give you a little bit less time now to think. Just which one's the odd one out? Is it the speedboat, a bike, or some skis? You know, if you're going skiing, there's some skis. So have a think. Which one's the odd one out there? Okay, deep in thought, serious thought this time. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. I like that. Okay, now, adults or children are welcome to shout out reasons why. Who went for speedboat? Why? How about right at the back, speedboat? Because speedboat's got, I like that a lot. A bike? Anyone for a bike? Yes, why a bike? Only one that's powered. Oh, yeah, that's interesting because skis, I guess you just kind of go down there. Yeah, and what about, anyone go for skis? No one for skis. Okay, I was thinking there's 2 of them. I don't know if that's a daft thing. Okay, we'll make this one the last one, actually, if that's okay. We'll go for what we'll do is our last one. So if we could bring up the last one of our odd one outs. There we go. So is the odd one out Mr. Tumble, our favourite CBBC character? Is it you or is it me? Okay. Let me give you just a few seconds there. Which one's the odd one out and why? Okay, here we go. I'm a bit nervous about this one. In 3, 2, 1. Right, well, why is Mr. Tumble the odd one out? Why is Mr. Tumble, Lucy, go on, why is Mr. Tumble the odd one out? He's the only one on TV, I think I heard there. Okay, so why am I the odd one out? Or maybe I shouldn't ask that. Go on, you've been brilliant, giving so many. What would make me the odd one out, do you think? And I wonder if anyone could think maybe what makes you the odd one out. Well, anyway, the reason that I want to start by talking about odd ones out is I think that everyone at some time in their life would have felt like the odd one out. And I don't know if you've ever been to a new school or a club or a situation where you felt a little bit like you don't fit that well in the group. I wanted to talk about someone from the Bible who might have felt like the odd one out. Now, when and if we could get the next picture up, that'd be brilliant. There we go. So when Jesus was starting his ministry, he was going around, and there were crowds at this point that were starting to build up, and he was building up his team of disciples, his followers. These pictures are actually from a program that I've been watching, which we really like, called The Chosen. And we don't know a lot about the disciples, of what they used to do, but we know a number of them were fishermen. And I imagine fishermen would need to be like big and strong, and they'd have to work for a long time. And so I think that this might be a decent representation of what most of the disciples were like. But then Jesus, he did a miracle, and he healed someone, and lots of people were starting to follow Jesus around at that time, and there was a real buzz going on. And then he came and he called another person to be his disciple. And the person that he called to be his disciple was called Matthew. Now, Matthew most likely wasn't like any of the other disciples. He probably didn't look like them, and he definitely didn't do a job that was like them, because Matthew, and in The Chosen, he's depicted as the person who we can see the front of his face. He was a tax collector. Now, tax collectors, it's not a pleasant thing now, really, when you have to pay your taxes. But back then, people really didn't like tax collectors, because tax collectors had a reputation for, as well as being very wealthy, for not being very honest. Now, I can't imagine this, but then not everyone would have had all the skills with numbers to be able to be a tax collector and to know how much tax to pay. So tax collectors could kind of decide how much they would charge everyone in taxes. And the Roman soldiers would enforce that rule. So they weren't very popular. So Matthew probably didn't seem very popular. He seemed a bit like the odd one out. And he probably had a set of skills that wasn't anything like any of the other disciples. So he might have felt a little bit like the odd one out. Now, I think Matthew must have been really brave, because he had to say to the Roman guards, actually, I am not going to be a tax collector anymore. I'm going to go and follow Jesus. And that must have been quite a difficult thing, I think, for Matthew to do. And also to go and join this bunch of people that were really not really like him at all. So I think for Matthew, he was really brave, but he must have seemed like the odd one out. And I wonder what the other disciples thought when a tax collector came to join the group. Now, what did Jesus do to show that he was part of the family? Well, what he did is he actually went to eat with him. And he went to Matthew's house. And he took all the other disciples to Matthew's house, and they shared a meal together. And I think that was Jesus' way of saying that Matthew is in the family. And however different he might seem, or he might have been, Matthew was part of God's family. And it's just like us, if we ever feel like we're the odd one out, well, we actually know that we are invited to be in God's family. And he actually uses the things that's different about us to make us really special. Now, the thing about Matthew is he had these unusual skills that the other disciples didn't have. And you might know Matthew because he documented about Jesus' life, and his book is the first book in the New Testament. And it's really different than the other accounts of Jesus' life because it's a lot more detailed in all of the observations of Jesus. And it joins together a lot of the things that were said in the Old Testament to explain Jesus' actions, because Matthew had this kind of special gift, and he was unique. And Jesus managed to use his unique skill. There's even more of a focus in the book of Matthew showing Jesus' life on things that involve money as well, really kind of using his skill. everyone, we know that we are invited to be in God's family. Now, I think that I felt like the odd one out at a time because when I was a boy, I actually used to go to this church. And I used to kind of come and play. And so we moved house and we came here. And probably when I was about 7 or 8 years old, I used to go to Northgate Church. And this was the church that I was in. And at that time, I was very small and I was very shy. And I think that I felt at that time a bit like the odd one out. But the thing that we know is, however much we do feel like that God invites us to be part of his family. I just want to say a quick prayer. Lord Jesus, thank you for everyone here today. Thank you that we are all a part of your family. You've got a plan for us. And you use everything that's unique about us for you and your goodness. Thank you. I will hand over now. I don't know who to.
Fabulous. Okay, so it is time to worship again. So can everyone get up on their feet? And if you're at home as well, get up on your feet, get ready to do the actions. So we've just heard that we are part of God's family and that we're children of God and that he loves us so much. And this next song is called, let me just double check, it's called Believe It. And it's all about how we can believe that we're part of God's family and that he loves us so much. So this is another opportunity to get up and dance around, use our bodies to worship Jesus.
Whatever the distance or darkness, you're with me, you're with me. Whenever I'm failing or falling, you've got me, you've got me. You won't let me down, never, never. In your love I'm found forever. Your love, it goes on and on, forever is not too long. I believe it, I'll never be too far gone. Forever I'm in your arms. I believe it, I know that your love's never leaving. You're with me, you're with me. I stand on your promise and purpose. You've got me, you've got me. Your love, it goes on and on, forever is not too long. I believe it, I'll never be too far gone. Forever I'm in your arms. I believe it, You won't let me down, never, never. In your love I'm found forever. You won't let me down, never, never. In your love I'm found forever. Your love, it goes on and on, forever is not too long. I believe it,
got a final game, which involves everyone. So, in your brown paper bags, there should be a plastic bag with some chocolates in them, so after 8. So some of you may already be able to guess what is coming next, but we are going to do the after 8 challenge with everyone. There should be enough for at least 1, if not 2 goes per person. But to make sure we get a winner, we are going to all start at the same time. So put it on your forehead, and you have to get it into your mouth. And whoever wins, the individual that wins first can come and get a prize. But if there's a family where you all do it as well, then everyone in that family can also come and get a prize. So it could just happen first time. It might take a long time, and you might get messy faces like the people earlier. But so if you've got a mask, you are welcome just to take it off for this little moment, and we'll do that. So everyone ready with a chocolate? Yeah, I can see people sitting it on your forehead. On your forehead, everyone. Just wait a few moments longer. Sorry if it's going to make it stick, because it's melting. Right, I think we're all ready. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go. Stand up when you've done it. Well, well done, Matthew. Great job. Right, so we've got one winner of Matthew. If a family all does it, so keep going until we've got a family that's all done it. Okay, got 2 of the Kirkups stood up. Got Sophie stood up. Oh, 2 of the Greys. Gareth's up as well. Well done. Oh, we're very close. We got Harper up as well. The K's are all up, well done. Oh, 3 of the Mulhollands. Waiting on Sarah, well done, Kirkups. We are all stood up. Great job. Okay, so Matthew, if you want to come and get a prize, and after Matthew's gone back, Kirkups, you can do it again. You can go to the table. Okay. Great job, guys. Okay. Have we had too much chocolate, or do we want another go? Another go? Okay, I think I've heard some shouts for another go. So if you've got enough, hopefully you should all have enough for 2. Feel free just to eat it if you don't want to have another go, but great job. Okay, so if you want to do it again, you can put the chocolate on your forehead. I think those that are playing, it's up there. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Caitlin, have you done it? Well done, Caitlin. I think you're the first on your feet. Will's done it quite quickly, 2 times in a row. Si's up on his feet. Adam's up again as well. Well done, Sammy and Jonah. 3. Just Andrea. Can she win it for the Greys? No pressure. Cheer her on. It fell off. Oh, Micah and Dave have done it together. Well done. Okay, so Caitlin, you were first. Do you want to come down to the prize table? You just want to feel free to pick a prize. Great job. Right, Micah, if you want to come up and choose yourself a prize. Okay. Thank you for taking part. Hopefully you've not got too much chocolate on your face. Right, I'm going to invite Rachel up now, who is going to lead us in a prayer activity.
Thank you. Apologies for the state of my face. I have no idea what it looks like, but I think I've probably got chocolate all down it. We're just going to finish off now having a time where we can pray to God and think about what we've learnt today. So In the talk from Gareth, we learned about how we are part of God's family, and we've all been adopted into his family as children of God. So in your bags, you will find there is a sheet which has the prayer on it, and it should come up on the screen as well. So we're just going to go through first, and we're just going to try and learn some actions for the prayer. And then you can have a few minutes just looking at it, and there's a few gaps in it, and you can have a think about people that you want to pray for. And then we'll say it all together at the end using the actions that we've learned. Okay, so we can thank God for being there to comfort us when we're lonely or sad. Anybody got any idea of how we can do some actions to show God how we are comforted? Brilliant. Okay, Samuel and them, give yourselves a hug. There we go. Comforted by God. And then thank you for helping us and giving us everything we need. Any ideas for helping us or giving us what we need? Esther's come up with that one. Jonah, have you got an idea? What do you want to do? Good idea. And Caitlin's got an idea. That one. We might have that one a bit later. So let's go with that one, or helping us or giving us what we need. And then thank you that you are interested in every part of our lives. How can we think about God being interested? What do you think? Okay, like that, maybe, thinking about us, or maybe God looking at every part of our lives. And then thank you that you always love us, no matter what we do or say. Brilliant, love, there's one. Yep, Caitlin, you came up with this one earlier. And then thank you that you died for us, that we can live with you forever. Great, I think that's probably the better one. It's better than a suggestion. No, I don't think that one's a good one. I think let's go with arms out wide. Okay, brilliant. So if you want to just take a minute or two just to have a look, grab, it should be enough for all of the children at least to have a sheet. And just think about, under the one, thank you for being there to comfort us when we're lonely or sad. Please be with, and you think of someone who you want God to be with, who may be lonely or sad and needs comforting at this time. And then for someone that you want God to help. It could be you in some situation this week, or someone you know. So we'll just take a minute or two to do that, and then we'll pray together.
You unravel me with a melody. You surround me with a song of deliverance from my enemies, till all my fears are gone. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. From my mother's womb, you have chosen me. Love has called my name. I've been born again to a family. Your blood flows through my
I think everybody's looks like they've finished their writing. So as children of God, we can pray this to our Heavenly Father and thank him for everything he does for us. Do you want to all stand and we do this together and do the actions together as we say it all together to finish today? Dear God, thank you for being there to comfort us when we feel lonely or sad. Please be with. Thank you for helping us and giving us everything we need. Please help. Thank you that you are interested in every part of our lives. Please help us to give you every part. And thank you that you always love us, no matter what we do or what we say. Please help us to love one another. And thank you that you died for us so that we can live with you forever as part of your family. Amen.
Great, thank you, Rachel. So that's it for Families Connect today. And as I said earlier, this is actually our last Families Connect before summer. So thank you so much for coming. If this is your first time or you've been every time, we've loved having you here. Just to let you know about a few things coming up. So on Tuesday night in this building, we've got Fuel, which is an event for all the different youth groups coming together to have fun and worship and games. So that's here on Tuesday. You need to book on if you want to come to that. Next Sunday is family football, so there's a sign up for that on the our church website if you want to go to that, or it's run by Gray Lindsay, so let him know. And not next Sunday, but the Sunday after, on Sunday the 18th of July, we are having a big church picnic. So I think we're going to be having that in 3 different venues, in 3 different parks around Chester and North Wales. So do look out for a sign up for that, but put the date in your diary. And there's going to be loads of things coming up in the summer for kids, for youth, for the whole church family. Do keep an eye on our website and social media for all that, and we'd love to see you there. Thanks for coming, and hopefully see you soon.